Electronisounds Audio, the YouTube channel for you.
Hey, what's happening, guys? It's Dean from Electronisounds. Stick around. Today we're going to be revisiting the Ampify Groovebox app. This app is fantastic for generating fresh ideas quickly. It's also amazing for breaking through writer's block, and it's one of the most beginner-friendly ways to get started making music on an iPad. Today I'm going to show you some grooves that I've made with it, and we're going to write a couple from scratch. Come on, let's have some fun. As an already established music producer, sample maker, and YouTuber, why am I messing around with such an entry-level and limited app? That's exactly why, friends. This is an entry-level app that makes it really, really easy for people with no musical experience whatsoever to start getting involved in the beauty that is music production. I sign into this app every couple of months and purchase just a couple of new sound packs so that I can do my part to support that, and I encourage all of you to do the same. Okay, so what is a Groovebox app? A Groovebox is basically a drum machine and a collection of synthesizers that will allow us to create grooves, beats, and music. We're going to start today with a brand new project. We're going to go to the menu and press the plus button. By default, this is going to give us a silly name, and we're going to click on that silly name, and we're going to open up this blank template, which gives us access to a drum machine, a polyambient synthesizer, a mono digital synthesizer, a mono analog bass synthesizer, and a poly analog synthesizer. So how do we actually create a beat using this app? The first thing that we'll do is go ahead and insert the Drumbox drum machine. You may want to put your headphones on at this time, and it's probably going to get a little bit loud. The first thing you'll notice is that on the left side here, we've got a whole bunch of options for drum kits and different genres and different vibes that we can check out. These are going to be all the kits that you've previously purchased within the app. These are like $1 or $2. You can support the app this way. There's quite a few drum kits that are in the store as well. Some acoustic kits, drum and bass kits, you name it, it's in here. I've unlocked quite a few drum kits already. We've got some house kits. If you like the way a kit sounds, but you don't like the beat that's coming out, you can just click that kit again, and it will scroll through a different pattern that you can choose. That's kind of a groovy little beat right there. Let's go ahead and load that up. Here we've got access to the individual drum sounds. You can click on a sound, change the volume, and do a little bit of tweaking there. You can also get into the pattern that loads by default. We can delete this pattern or change or customize it as we see fit. We'll go ahead and just go with this at this time, and we'll click the plus button to add another instrument. Let's go ahead and add a bass at this time. If we click over here on the tempo icon, we can change our tempo, maybe get down to a little bit something a little bit more groovy, maybe add a little bit of swing. We can also, if we click on the tuning fork icon, change the key that we're working in. I like to work in the key of F minor, so we can go ahead and choose that, but you can choose any key that you like, and there's also some other keys available as well. depending on which kit we're scrolling through. Maybe we'll check out some hip-hop bass. That's pretty funky and nasty. Let's go ahead and load that one up. It's a little bit loud in the mix, so if we click on the volume icon, we get adjustments over the individual volumes of our tracks. And we can also turn tracks on and off by just sliding on the little icons on top here. Let's go ahead and add something else at this time. Whatever we add will by default be in key with what we've already got going, because the app knows that we're working in the key of F minor. Let's go ahead and add a Poly 8 synthesizer at this time. And you can just scroll through the packs of sounds that you've unlocked and patterns that you've unlocked. Here's a pack called Deep House Movements. Let's check some of these sounds out. Each of these sounds is going to be a different preset. And again, you can double click and just keep scrolling on the same preset to get different sounds, different patterns rather, on the same sound. That's pretty cool. Let's load that and bring it back in the mix a little bit. At this time, all you have to do is just keep adding tracks with the plus button. You could add other drum machines and program parts on your own, adding extra ride cymbals or hats or shakers or something. You've got the Poly Ambient synthesizer, the Mono Digital synthesizer, which you could load and start trying to come up with lead riffs and whatnot. This is a really fast and easy way to get some grooves and ideas going, even if you don't know anything about music production or music theory. Be sure and subscribe if you're into this kind of content. On this channel, I do everything from talking about iPad apps to talking about Eurorack. We talk about new gear, we talk about old gear, we talk about sound design and building live jams, all that good stuff. Be sure and subscribe. It really is so easy to get something going in this app, even if you have no musical experience whatsoever. Let's go ahead and create another groove from scratch real fast. We'll press the icon in the upper left, click the plus button, and we'll go ahead and load that empty section. Might get a little bit loud. We can go ahead and start by loading a drum box. Maybe we'll check out these disco beats. Got the fever, y'all. Got some forgotten tapes, drum kits here we can check out. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and load that one. That's kind of neat. And let's check out that pattern. Let's take these out, maybe. Cool. Let's go ahead and add a bass line to this by loading a retro bass instrument. Maybe we'll try the acid bass section here. Ooh, I'm kind of liking that. Let's go to the volume. Oops. Bring that down just a little bit. Bring our drums up. Let's try adding a Minimon synth at this time. Maybe we'll go to the Nero Leads expansion pack. Ooh, that's really funky. That's a unique little sound. I like that. We could change our tempo at this time. Maybe get a little bit faster. Cool. Whoops. Just like that, we've got some music going. Maybe we could go ahead and load a Poly 8 at this time and see if we can't get something to fit over the top of this. Some future bass leads. Let's go into these binary fragment leads. Oh, come on, that's neat. Bring the volume down on that new sound a little. And just like that, we've got some music happening. If you've written something that you are happy with, and maybe you want to export this out of the app so that you can work with the samples in a sampler of your choice, or even Ableton Live, it's super simple. All we need to do is just click the export button, and here we can choose whether we want a mix of all of the sounds together, whether we want the individual project files to be rendered, or whether we want to render a session that will load up directly into Ableton Live, where we can continue fleshing this idea out.